It is a great satisfaction to greet you again. I hope you and your pet are well. Today we will talk about the following. How do dogs see us? As masters or parents, dogs are pampered, carried around in bags, given haircuts and shown on TV. But how does this look from the dog's perspective? Do they see us as their friends? Their parents? Or are we still simply their masters, to rule over them with a firm but loving hand? And most importantly, can we ever really know what's in a puppy's mind? 1. What makes human-dog bonds special? Point to an object and your dog will observe what you're showing him. An understanding of intent that even our closest cousins, chimpanzees, aren't able to display. That understanding works both ways. What does a happy bird look like? A sad lion? You don't know, but you understand dog language. You grew up in a world where dogs are everywhere and you just came to understand them. Petting, talking to, and looking into the eyes of domestic dogs produces a massive increase in oxytocin levels in both humans and dogs. 2. Do dogs think we're friends and family? Now, all this talk about oxytocin may have reminded you of another kind of relationship, the mother-child bond. Not for nothing is oxytocin sometimes referred to as the love hormone. It's what connects parents to their children, helps us make friends and trust each other. So if our bond with our dogs can also release this hormone, it follows that dogs see us as family. We dress our dogs in little outfits, we give them cute names, we spend thousands a year on them, and we mourn their passing when they're gone. All that petting and looking doesn't happen in a vacuum. It could very well be that the pups were waiting for food or playtime with their humans, two behaviors that can also boost oxytocin levels. That said, it may depend on how you define parent. That unique bond between dog and human isn't just revealed through puppy eyes and gestures toward you. Dogs also trust and depend on their humans in ways that even other pets don't. Adult dogs behave toward their caregivers the way human children do. Recently, research was done on the secure base effect in dogs, the phenomenon most often seen in young children, who rely on the presence of their parents for trust and emotional security. And that's not the only way dogs can be childlike in their interactions with humans. They try to understand from facial expressions what humans want. How likely is it that I'll get something to eat instead of being punished? They're like little kids. 3. Do dogs think we're masters? And what about the other option? After all, dogs are descended from wolves, an animal that is practically synonymous with hierarchical structures. Maybe our dogs aren't our friends or our fur babies. Perhaps they see us as benevolent masters? Perhaps as their alphas, or even as some kind of hairless god? This, at least, is unlikely. For one thing, the idea that wolf packs have an alpha male has been thoroughly debunked for some time now. Such a role simply doesn't exist in the canine mind for a human to take on. For another, there is clearly a power imbalance in the relationship between humans and dogs. Even today, dogs work herding animals, pulling sleds, and protecting their human owners, all responsibilities that you, hopefully, wouldn't entrust to your toddler, no matter how dog-like he or she sometimes is. But the important question is, how do dogs feel about all this? And the answer, probably, is pretty well, actually. The herding instinct of herding breeds, for example, is so strong that bored pups sometimes even try to herd their owners. If it's a master-servant relationship, it's a pretty good one. 4. Mom, dad, or master? So does Fido see you as his owner? His master? Or as his mom or dad? It's a tough question to answer. One study found that dogs shown a photo of their owner responded with heightened activation in areas of the brain associated with emotion processing and attachment. Clearly, we're special to our furry friends. Dogs have an abnormal disposition to form strong emotional bonds. And as multiple studies have shown, it doesn't have to be a human. Dogs raised with goats or sheep bond with them. Others have even been known to become attached to tiny species. And they maintain this ability to form bonds throughout their lives. In addition, they have the willingness and interest to interact with strangers. It is a pleasure to inform you and help you. If you have not subscribed to the channel, you should do it now. Take care of yourself and your furry friend. A hug, and until the next video.